Joining me now on this episode of Locally Sourced EP is the president of Old Glory Memorial here in El Paso, Texas, Mr. Tony Lewis. Mr. Lewis, thank you for joining me today.
Hey, you bet. Thanks, Ray, for inviting me.
Hey, I know, especially if you live out in the Northeast El Paso, everyone has either seen it or remembers seeing it, that big, huge flag out in the Northeast over there in the corner of Diana and Gateway North. Talk a little bit about the memorial out there and why is it out there?
Well, it is Old Glory Memorial, and the organization that we are the caretakers of it is El Paso, Texas Flags Across America. Mm-hmm. And about 20 years ago, I started here with the college, and the ground was just real low and everything. And at one time, it was going to be up in this area. It was dedicated, this land up here a little bit, for a Vietnam memorial. And as the years went by, nothing really developed. They started, but nothing really happened. So fortunately for me, my backyard faces right here, Old Glory. So I used to see the land and think about it years back and say, man, we need to do something for our community, for our service people, for those that give, the ultimate sacrifice. So I basically started going around presenting ideas about doing it and getting it started and asking people for $1. We could do it. And that's how I got started. Then another guy came in, Bob Soltis. At that time, I was president of Northeast Business Alliance, and I had been pushing it with them to do it, but we didn't have a nonprofit status at that time, and so we had been working on it. So this other man came up, Bob Soltis, and he said he had got it from what they call the National Flags Across America, a nonprofit organization. So they loaned us, so to speak, their a nonprofit number so that we could start raising funds. Mm. And so that's how we got started. So I asked for the land, went to the community college when Dr. Rhodes was the president, and Brian Haggerty, and talked to him about the ideas. They let me present it to the college and granted the 2 acres up here.
Wow. And
so from that point on, it was getting donations of dirt to get it to the height it is. And it was great, and we started actually doing this before 9/11, and then 9/11 came. And so a lot of sacrifices and to make this thing really a real thing. A lot of people doubted that we could get it done. The college even said, "You sure you're going to attempt to do this?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "We're going to do it." So here we are. There's a lot of stuff up here that people can come and see, but it's dedicated to all those women in service, all those people that through all the wars, the Korean War, what we call the Forgotten War, the Vietnam here that's taken care of by the Legacy of Valor. A lot of stuff went into up here for different memorials. And now it's an epic deal here. It's the historical site basically for Northeast, especially, but for the whole city of El Paso.
Yeah, it's like probably a main beacon out there now, especially since Cohen Stadium's gone. I know a lot of people had wondered, what happened to the big, huge flagpole? I mean, can you talk a little about what happened and what's going on there?
Sure. People, I get calls now and say, "Hey, what happened to the flagpole?" And then some people have gone by, and sometimes they've gone by 2 or 3 months and realized it's gone because they got used to having it here.
Right.
So what happened was the pole originally was put up on December 3, 2003. And so it sat here standing up for about 18 years. In the process, with the winds, the heavy winds, you can't blame it on one thing or another. The winds had an effect on it, but the engineers felt it was premature fatigue on the metal. Mm-hmm. And so we started getting cracks at different stages, especially at the 40-foot levels where the big welds are at. Mm-hmm. And up in higher levels. The engineers came in, checked it out. We had to go up and down on ladders to check it all out. And they deemed it unrepairable. It was a liability. I wish we could have fixed it and done things to it, but the insurances got involved that we have insurance with. and they wanted the pole down. And so we had to take it down, and for those reasons. So people come by and don't see it. Those are the reasons. People quite don't understand. This pole should have lasted another 30 years, 40 years, obviously. Mm-hmm. So that put us in a situation where it went down in late February, March. And so now with the COVID hitting us, slowed us down like everybody. But now we've been raising funds in the last year. A lot of people have been little by little, $1, $5, $100. Some of your older people step up gracefully and give $1,000 checks. And then some people you try to squeeze $1 out. So believe me, that's the truth. If everybody would just give us $1. So we're in the now fundraising mode, which we've been doing it, but now we're going to come out with a lot more stuff. You'll see more things on stations, on the radio, on posters, right, and some other things.
And I mean, it's just amazing the work you guys have done. I mean, I've lived Northeast my whole life, and just seeing the progression of that memorial just build up and build up. And then the cool thing is, like, I understand you're there right now, right?
Yes.
I was gonna say, man, if you give us like just a quick little pan around, just kind of what it looks like now, okay, and just talk about where hopefully the new what's it called going to be, the new flagpole, and just kind of the stuff you guys have in there.
All right. Well, let me turn my phone around. I guess that would be correct, and I'll talk as we go a little bit.
Yeah, just just a quick little tour.
Just a real quick deal. Where I'm at right now, what do you call it? We have our stage that was built, and where we have presentations and music groups and so forth. Nice. And right there, you see one of our dedicated workers, Gloria, working and cleaning. And we have so many volunteers within our organization that come up and do stuff. And that's how we keep going. Yeah, you have your World War II memorial, you have your Vietnam, and we have one that's raising funds over here for the Gulf War. And all the trees that go around, and right there where you see this is where the pole's going to go. And that's where it was at. And if you'll notice, there's bricks that go around it. We sell those bricks for $100 with engraved that to help us raise money for the pole. Right. And also it gives the people an opportunity to dedicate bricks to whoever they would like to, with some sayings on it. Right. And here's the rest. And irrigation we're carrying on, and we need maintenance fees also. But this is the basic area here.
I know, and Mr. Lewis, it still looks amazing. You guys have done such a great job keeping it clean, and the upkeep there it's just immaculate. It looks really great. And I personally miss going out there when you guys had car shows and things like that. It's just it's just a great experience just to go out there and do that. I know with COVID coming around, hopefully coming more under control, especially here in El Paso. Do you guys have any events you guys have planned yet, or are you guys still waiting? What's the word on that?
We are working on some ideas. We're going to have our general meeting this Tuesday, the 23rd. We have it on the fourth Tuesday of the month. And so this will be, we've had one meeting, and this will be our next meeting to really kind of start kicking things off.
Right.
We presently don't have an event probably scheduled in the next 30 days. Mm-hmm. We'll be working on some ideas, some car shows, different things where people can come up. One of the things I am working on, and we're working on, is to get the food trucks back out here on Thursdays. Mm-hmm. They hadn't been out here again probably in about 15 months or so, or 16. So I'm talking with some of the people, and we're going to see if we can, by April sometime, have our food trucks back out here on Thursdays from 6 to 9, and music that goes with it. And sometimes we'll have giveaways and stuff like that. Right. So that is one of the things we are working on. What do you call it? At this time, one of the things I'll say, and I'll probably say here a little more as we talk, is people can go and get more information on what we're about at www.oldglorymemorial.org. They go there, you're going to see a presentation of a lot of things done by a great guy, Bloss, that we'll see on his staff. It's called 2911, that has donated this whole website to us.
Nice. I was actually checking it out now again, and it is a good looking website. You guys got a lot of information on it, the history, your guys' mission statement. There are direct links there if you want to go to, again, a website. It's oldglorymemorial.org. You guys have some great links to, for the GoFundMe and donations. It's if you can, please, like Mr. Lewis said, if you can, at least give $1. I mean, every little bit helps. And I mean,
that's right. And one of the things I'd like to just emphasize to people that are hearing us out and will hear us out.
Right.
I get a lot of questions about the monies and how they're handled, and people are kind of afraid because of the different scams and different hacks and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And I just want people to realize this is a nonprofit 501c3, and we have board of directors. We're tied to Wells Fargo Bank. All monies raised go into for the flagpole account, cannot be taken out. Once they're in, they're in until we raise the funds to pay the pole people that'll be doing it in Fort Worth, the Simmons Group, and that will take about 110,000. And once that is raised, they will be paid and the pole will be here. And so everything goes straight to the bank, and I want people to know that.
Right. And that's something great. That's some great transparency for the part on you guys, because I know a lot of people are like, oh, there's so many things that questions come up about stuff and nonprofits, but I mean, this is all going towards the memorial. And I personally would hope that anyone watching would at least go to the website and donate $1. And I mean, it's just something great for the Northeast. And I always emphasize that I feel, since I've lived in the Northeast like all my life, that I feel like we're kind of like the redheaded stepchild. Sometimes we get left out on a lot of things, but I mean, we're growing so much, and how much we've spread out and over the years. It's I think we're going to get better, and this is just another part of the Northeast that I believe that we can make great and fix it back up.
You bet. Yeah, it is growing quite a bit. Starting to, and like everybody says, we've always been a stepchild. We moved out here. My dad brought us out here since 1954. And we grew up here, kind of some of the pioneers out here, along with a lot of other folks.
Right.
But this new pole, I'm just letting people know, go into the website, because there's a video about how they put it up, the way the pole's going to look. It's going to be massive, 180 foot tall, but it's going to have a huge new design ball on top, and new winches, quicker, better. And we won't have to be painting the pole. The last time we had the pole painted, it cost over $10,000.
Wow.
And the Simmons company guarantees their work, and they're going to have it all powder coated like race cars.
Right.
Like race cars. And they'll be powder coating it, and it'll take them about 3 days to get it up. Once they're here, it'll come in sections and be welded here on site. And we're looking forward to it. People donating. The quicker we donate, the quicker we get up, because we have other stuff that needs money here for maintenance. We've got the Persian Gulf War Memorial that we've having to raise funds. We've had to kind of set aside a little bit to get the pole up.
Right.
And so we need maintenance. We need organizations to keep donating.
And then once we'll push the website, man, the oldglorymemorial.org. Go to it, donate if you can. Like I said, a couple bucks, it goes a long way. Mr. Lewis, anything else you'd like to say or add before we end?
Well, today? The one thing I would like to say that's coming up pretty quick next week in Dallas, Texas. I've been involved in racing, as you know, since I was young,
right? And
raced funny cars and stuff for many years, and know people around the country. There is a big organization that has developed in the last 4 years that I've been part of, and it's called Funny Car Chaos. And the president is Chris Graves. There is a tremendous big race for people that they can go on virtual and see it on streamlining the 26th, 27th. But the reason I'm letting you all know about this, we are going to get racing support for raising the funds on the pole. We're going to have 64 plus funny cars at this Dallas Motorplex next week. And I am a participant with one of my partners. And Chris Graves and the Funny Car Chaos people has teamed up with us to support us to raise funds at all their races. And so that's tremendous exposure. All these cars come from across the country. And some of these cars are going to be carrying the El Paso, Texas Flags Across America decal on some of their cars.
Oh, nice.
And so the word is going to start coming out on that. And it is a big plus. I'm just going to show you a real quick poster from a year or two ago, so people look at it.
Yeah.
This is it. This is from 2 years ago in Amarillo. And if you go to their site, Funny Car Chaos, you see all the stuff they put out and videos and stuff. And well, you're going to start seeing some decals on race cars and trailers and stuff out there, and people supporting them. So it's going to be a really huge thing for us, because now we're going not just from El Paso, now we're going into all that kind of country to raise funds.
Nice. That sounds good, Mr. Lewis. I really appreciate all the work you've done out there, especially for the Northeast. And of course, if we'll do whatever we can to help and get the word out, so we can get some more donations and get that flagpole up. I'll go ahead and include all the information in the description below, the website, and if I'll try to get the info for the virtual, so people can watch the virtual races, watch it virtually, and then maybe we'll add the the GoFundMe direct page. That way you can click on that and go directly and donate $1 or whatever you can, and include all, of course, any information. We'll throw the Tony Lewis Body Shop info there too for you, just in case anyone's looking to get a nice paint job or redo their car. You got a little plug in there for you. But
well, we'll also have a topic on that website that'll be coming up about racing with them, so people will start seeing some videos and cars with decals on our website.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good. I really appreciate you joining me today. And if there's anything else we can do for you, please let me know.
Well, we'll stay in touch, and we'll do another segment a little later, and I'll keep people up to date on how the funds are going and where we're at. We're starting to make headway now. So love everybody out there. Come on by. We have donation places they can donate $1 or more out here. Go to the website again, www.oldglorymemorial.org, and donate there. Hey, donate whatever you want. Don't drink a beer. Don't drink a Coke. Donate $2, $3.
Sounds good, Mr. Lewis. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ray.
Oh, no, thank you.